Good evening, folks, and welcome to the official art community. This is Fortunate coming at you. We are now sitting on December 4th, 2022, which means this is our 34th podcast with you all. We are very excited to be here with you yet again. Every single night, we are thrilled to be here with you because you rock as a community. We are very, very, very enthusiastic about each one of these AMAs, and we come to give you some insights, some tips, some conversation, and we're here for you. So we do that every night just for you all. We're here, and not much more from me. We'll pass the floor over to our wonderful founder, Mr. Atlas.
Thank you for the introduction there. Fortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ARK. My name is Atlas, and this is the podcast number 34. Today is a special day. On a Sunday, we have concluded the third and final public sale round. We sold 800 out of the 800 NFTs available, a limit of one per wallet. And look, we would just want to congratulate all of you that participated and came here to support the project. You've done your research, your due diligence, and you've made a decision to come on this fantastic long journey here with us. So we want to thank every single investor, and there's been a lot of really positive videos coming out through the contest on YouTube. There's been a lot of Medium articles that are being written, and it's just great to see the community get out there and start to really share the information that they've learned and explain the investment for others, which is so important to the growth of the whole project. And we're going to get really good at doing that, guys. So thank you for participating. Round of applause. Everybody here is happy. Let's give a round of applause to the whole community. All right, let's get this crypto. So, folks, this is a great day. We're looking forward here to the work that's being done. We're 89% complete with the CertIc audits. We're also receiving audits from a great company. It's a firm called Driven, and they're also participating here and working with us to go over everything. Safety is our number one priority in the project, and we want to make sure that your funds and everything that's being done by the team here is completely audited. It is also stress tested. We've got three of the top hackers in the world that specialize really in Solidity that are going to be joining us, and they're just going to go really hard at just beating the brakes off of these contracts. So we can't wait. We want to make sure that we're able to find anything that we're able to tweak and debug on the user interface. As you noticed in our private and public rounds, the whole system with the NFTs was really flawless. An excellent quality of the product that the team has built. Everything's built from scratch. All of the codes, all the contracts, all the user interface. We are, really setting a standard here in this space, and very proud of the work that the team is really doing. And the feedback from all the investors has just been absolutely, positive and very grateful. They're seeing the professionalism of what we're able to do, and it's just a glimpse of what's coming. All the features are, Spark rewards. That's also going to be really exciting, as we're going to be giving away half of the round robin compounds that are going to be, really really growing throughout the whole 24-hour period as we come here to the podcast and do those giveaways. So really excited about that, guys. It's a fantastic work, and the team's on fire. Today, Sunday, yesterday, Saturday. Look, these guys are really really focused, really busy, and every attention to detail is being put forth with great passion and really a belief of this project and where we're headed and how we're going to grow, and all the folks are going to be joining us that haven't even heard about ARK. Maybe they'll hear about us in a week or in a month or in a year, and we're doing all the work so that in the future, when those folks come over here, they see a fantastic, thriving community of folks that are getting their ROI. They're just sailing on the water here, earning on their investment, and everybody with their own strategy, everybody with their own capacity to invest. We're looking forward also to the legacy NFTs, the bond LP, as we know everybody wants to be set before launch to be able to really cash in and take advantage of all those referrals, especially for the team builders, the syndicate leaders. We know that's really important to them to be able to get themselves in order. And for the folks that are just playing a solo game, that's a great way to start. But as we create these products and educational materials, the mobile app, it's going to make it really easy for every single one of you to go out there, maybe at one referral per week or two. I mean, if you do the math, it's astronomical. What something like that could really do to your investment to take it to the next level. So with that, I think that's it from my introduction right now. Let's see if Mr. Brett Nordine has anything he would like to add to the podcast this evening.
Hey Atlas, how you doing? Hello everybody. Yeah, just great to see the pre-sale finish up strong. Those last 100 or so went real quick, and so yeah, we've had a great response from the community. We've been doing our AMA tours and bringing new investors to the table, kind of reassuring everyone, of our mission, what we're here intended to do. Give everybody, the most accurate progress reports and things we can, and just really right now, I think transparency and communication is super important, and it will be, as we move forward with all of the things going on. Kind of our week look ahead. We got some exciting things coming up. Atlas mentioned the contests; those are going to be running for the YouTube and the Medium article contest. Those are running until the day of launch is the cutoff. So if you're thinking about doing a YouTube video or entering the writing contest on Medium, make sure you get those in, and obviously before before launch, you can have your referral link out there so that when we do launch, you can get some more referral rewards, and have your bond and legacy LP in place to capture those when the system goes live. Tomorrow we've got a pretty big announcement. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that, but we're really excited about a partnership we have coming up, and we'll be revealing some alpha tomorrow. So stay tuned for that on tomorrow's AMA. We have the legacy NFTs and bond LP on the 9th. So we've got a few more days for that. So Friday is going to be the day when you can start purchasing those and getting ready with your teams and everything. The syndicate viewer will be on the 12th, and then launch date on the 15th. So yeah, just everybody's heads down right now, cranking away on front end code, getting through the CertIC audit, as you mentioned, and getting ready for the hackathon from those Solidity devs that are going to put our contracts to the test to make sure everything's safe and secure. Other than that, just hanging out at my parents' house for some dinner. I'm looking at a golf course. I'm not playing golf, but haven't played golf in a while. Haven't had time, but I played quite a bit when I was growing up, so I miss it a little bit. But it's definitely a commitment. So if you guys are ever in my neck of the woods, there's thousands of golf courses. It's like a mecca for golf. So if you grow up here, you have to play. But yeah, just enjoying my Sunday. We're gonna have a little dinner here in a bit, and then tomorrow's back to the grind. So yeah, looking forward to announcements and a series of just continuous work until our launch date, which is going to be building some big momentum for us. I think Wednesday we also have another Broods Lounge event. You may want to talk about, Atlas. Otherwise, that's it for me.
Thank you, Brett. Yeah, absolutely. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. That would be 7 p.m. UTC. We're going to have a Twitter space with Brood. And we've got also 2 other AMAs that are going to be happening that we're working on right now. And we'll be pinning that information. We're not letting the foot off the gas. We're going super hard. We're building a lot of momentum really for our launch, which is so important. So we got a pretty clear strategy of what we want to do. And one that's already locked in is the James Pelton. That's going to be posted pretty soon. And that's going to be, really, I think quite fantastic. And we have a date of December the 13th. I don't have the actual time in front of me at this moment, but everything's going to be provided for you here. Stay tuned. to the announcements that are pinned here. And if you guys want to really be having, the real information that's important and vital, I suggest that you go ahead and join our announcements channel. I know that the main chat can get a bit overwhelming with notifications and folks posting stuff in their videos. And there's a lot of folks that just, mute that because they have, their lives and their jobs and things to do. But the announcements channel is something that I believe it's a really good way to just get the vital, important information as that's being updated and provided for all of you. So yeah, it's going to be a very powerful week and a lot of great stuff coming here. So yeah, join us on those AMAs as we start to provide those. As we're just about, pretty much completing. See here, two other ones besides the one on Wednesday with Rude. And yeah, you brought it up, Brett. The huge announcement that's going to be coming tomorrow. That is an important component. We touched on it on the podcast number 21. If there's anybody that wants to maybe be a bit of a detective out there and go listen to podcast number 21, we touched on exactly what this is. So we're going to keep the suspense, not give too much information tonight. Let tomorrow be the special day where we're going to really tell all of you what's cooking, and what's coming here to ARK, and it's something that's going to help every investor be able to really interact with the app and the whole project, and a part of managing your investment that was very, very vital. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Very excited with that update, with that news, and just extremely happy with the way that everything's going. We're seeing a lot of folks are telling other folks and friends, investors about ARK. Some of the big players are just getting very comfortable here. A lot of my DMs are some folks that really have been here, since such a long time, and they've been through a lot of apps. And some of the comments that I get are just so positive. They're understanding, they're seeing what's different here at ARK, and it just makes complete sense to them. And they're really placing themselves in a position to grow, and that's going to help everybody here. So having their support, fantastic teams on board, that's gonna help us. We're gonna see a lot of growth, especially come launch. I think that there's always people that kind of just sit to the side and wait to see. Okay, everything went smooth. They've seen that here with the private public, but generally some investors they just wait to really ape in, as they say, in the space until they see everything just functioning perfectly, and that's understandable. And we want that pressure. We want pressure. Come launch day, we want it a week after that. We want it a month after that. So that's all playing into the strategy here. As there's folks that have a different investment sort of criteria when they look at projects, but for the majority, I think that without any doubt, they were all or almost all in a way paying attention, locked in some positions through the pre-sale rounds, which is very smart. You definitely want to be there, and I think a lot of the folks that are here with us this evening or listening also did the same. They took their position. They planted their flag here on ARK, and they're really on board. So as we start to provide the educational materials and promotional videos and teasers, and get these partnerships in place, and really have a system that encompasses so many spectrums, so many different variables that just make it logically sustainable, and at the same time something that we can sit back and say, wait, this is not just another ROI DApp. This is something that's been completely re-engineered, and just turns the whole space on its head. And the fact that these folks see it, it's just the confirmation, it's the feedback that what we've done is absolutely what had to be done. And the way we're going about it is a level of professionalism, the ethics, the culture here. People are really buying into it as well. So you could have a fantastic product, but if you're not able to really transcend, communicate with folks, answer their questions, and really build that confidence through the efforts, what's actually coming, not what just people are saying, but what they're actually doing. The quality of the work, it's um, it's something that just transcends and just gives folks that level of, okay, these folks are really walking the talk, which in this business is something that as investors we all need to really do our due diligence, and we need to sometimes take a step back, analyze things for yourself. Don't just go with the hype and the FOMO. Understand what you're getting yourself into, understand the time frames, understand when you get your ROI. And if you do that, not only will you be able to manage your investment, but you'll really have a confidence about what you're doing here, how your strategy is going to play out, and how you're really able to grow. We want folks to really understand that, because that's really where I think the aha moment comes, when folks take the time and they really get it. So, guys, really thank you. Let's open it up and see if we have some questions or comments tonight.
Yeah, let's just a quick question. You said that James Pelton is doing a video on ARK in a couple of days.
We're going to do a live AMA on YouTube with James Pelton on the 13th, and he's also going to do some Twitter threads and some extra services for us. But yeah, that's the 13th, and it's a live AMA.
Oh, wow. Okay. Can you do another pre-sale so I can buy some more wallets then?
Nice, man. No, we're fully booked. The next ARK token will only be available for investors on December 15th, which is going to be a fantastic day. So James Pelton, his channel and what he does.
Yes. I followed James Pelton quite a lot. I went into a couple of projects that he's done videos on, so it's been pretty good for me so far.
Yeah, he's got a huge following, man. The man has made quite a career here in this space for himself. It's just natural and logical that we go there and have exposure, go and really make a great presentation to those investors over there. It's really funny. They came to us, I think about a dozen folks came and approached us from James Pelton. A lot of investors here. Hey, I talked to James, we would love for you guys to go and talk to their community. And then just people kept coming out of the woodwork over and over and over until, his manager actually came through and was like, look, man, we're extremely interested. We want to work with you guys. We love what you're doing. Looked at the white paper. This looks pretty amazing. And, we're very interested in, and they have like a process that you have to fill out this form online and put all this information. And quite frankly, at the time, we were very, very swamped here with the internal work that we're doing, and had planned to reach out to him closer to the launch, but it was quite an overwhelming demand. So it's nice to see that they're very interested, him and his group, and we're looking forward to really having a fantastic conversation and representing ARK, what we're doing here, breaking it down for them so that they're able to understand it. So yeah, man, pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. Is there anybody else that has a question or a comment? We'd love to hear from you.
What was the total raise in the end, Atlas?
Sir, could you please repeat that? I don't think I heard you clearly.
I just said, what was the total raise in the end when once all said and done?
That's actually a good question. I don't have that Excel sheet here in front of me. Off the top of my head, it's around 1.2 million. Brett, do you have a more precise number?
I don't. I was just going to say that it's over 1.2 million, but I don't have that 1.2 blah 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 number off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's around there.
Close enough. And so it's going to be nice deep liquidity then on launch.
Absolutely. And in this market, I think that it's absolutely a very, very loud sign of support. As I say, put your money where your mouth is, and the investors absolutely stepped up. And we heard them. The whole team here was really blown away how fast, especially the private. We thought it'd be a week. We hadn't done any AMAs. We were just kind of word of mouth. A lot of folks know that we've been here building since February and doing a lot of work to create a really, really special project that just fired on all cylinders and just would speak to not only the ROI DApp community but to investors in the real world. So we were blown away by that, and then came time for the public round one, and that was a smash. 2 minutes on that one. We had to change the rules and make it a more limited for one per wallet for the second round, and that was intense. So overall, it's been a process that we've been very, very happy with. Look at some of the past projects and the raises they did. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm pretty sure we pretty much smashed everybody. Probably about, I don't know, 250K or 300K over. Not to say any names, but yeah, we've definitely done a fantastic round. No doubt about it. But yeah, we'll actually be putting that information out, and that's probably going to come to with the actual price of launch. And have a little patience with us as we're fine tuning everything now that we reached the complete around 1.2 million raise. Now we're going to go back and just get everything situated and give you guys the exact price that we're going to launch at, which is also going to be pretty interesting, as there will be no open tokens out in the wild. Everyone who has invested that has the opportunity to have pre-launch tokens, everything is going into the respective ARK Vault accounts of every investor, private, pre-sale team, advisors, and even after launch, everyone who purchases ARK is going to also go directly to the ARK Vault accounts. So, we believe that that's really going to help us quite a lot. For people not coming in and putting their sniper bots at work. I think we all know what those fellows and those little bots do to projects. So, man, I'm going to be sleeping really nice. I'm going to be really calm, cool, and collected because of the measures and the way that part has really come and brought a lot of stability, and making sure that the folks that are purchasing ARK are here to stay for the very, very long term. We got a familiar face in here. Roller Girl, it's been a while. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic. Doing great today. Today we sold out
Oh,
last and final third round. And yeah, very, very, very honored and happy with the community and them expressing their interest by really locking themselves in to be involved here with the project right from the beginning.
very cool. I just came to check it out because I love everything you guys do.
Thank you so much. How have you been? How's your daughter? How's life? How's crypto?
It's fantastic and it's awesome. And you need to check out my website, Atlas. It's in my profile picture. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, give me some time. We're in the middle of the podcast, but yeah, we'll go ahead
No,
and
I
do
don't
that.
mean like this second.
Okay. But
Someday. So tell me about ARK. Tell me all about it. This is like the first time I've caught you guys in a voice chat. Where can I read about it?
well, if you look right now at the chat, you're going to be able to see our admins are going to post the white paper there's a really good section in the white paper called Best Practices by Dr. Kelly Snook. And
Okay.
please suggest that you read that. She's been in the ROI DAP space for a while and very well respected. So yeah, you could start there or spend some time, hang out with us here.
I've been trying, but every time I come, there's nobody here and I'm lazy to type. So I was like, oh, okay, there's people here. I'm going to join now and see what it's all about. Because the last time you guys had a project, I made lots of money. So I was very happy.
Yeah. No,
Gotta
it's the
do it
same thing.
again.
Phase one, you remember how we did our daily live podcast?
Yeah.
Same thing here.
Mhm.
Today is the 34th podcast in a row.
Oh, crap. How did I miss 34 of them?
You must have been coming at the wrong time. But anyway, I mean, our VC's open 24/7. You got Brad Ass, you got Fortunate, S23. The comms are pretty much always open. You know how we do business here. We really
Yeah.
are very involved. We're always here for the investors. But hey, you're here
I
now, and that's
do
what
know
matters.
how you do business. That's why I'm here. I'm like, cool. Gotta get in on this one.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
am
But
I
yeah,
too late?
no, that's the great thing about ARK. It's that we've built a system that is fair to the little guy, the whale, to the first people that came in, or the little guy or the whale 6 months from now, or a year from now, or 2 years from now.
Okay.
Everybody gets to play the same game. Like, if you're going to play, let's say, Monopoly with your daughter and some friends,
Yeah.
everybody gets sort of the same, play money, and you start, and then you start playing your strategy in your game, and you buy like the little house, you get 4 houses, you get a hotel. It's there's so much to learn. It's a really interesting and fun system, but it's really based on fairness, because if it's not giving the same opportunity for somebody 6 months down the line, or a year down the line, and we've seen it happen with a lot of projects, as you know, then it's like,
Oh,
get in. Why would I invest? Like, I don't want to be exit liquidity for somebody else. So
exactly.
the work's been done, to make
So,
sure that it's a fair playing field for everybody.
so can you give me like a 1-minute elevator pitch so I know what I'm supposed to be reading? Like, or 30 second, 30 second.
Can we do it in 30 seconds or a minute? I mean, let's see. Maybe Brett, you got a 1-minute elevator pitch?
She's sharp, and she's been in our other projects. So basically, this one is it's a DeFi passive income play where you can earn up to 2% daily on the amount that you are able to deposit and then compound into your principal balance. And by putting either fresh capital in, compounding, or then getting referral rewards, you can increase that principal balance so that you ultimately can reach a maximum payout of 80,000 ARK tokens. So it's a way of putting compound interest really to work for you, and to grow a small investment into a very big investment over a long period of time.
Okay, cool. I like these ones. I'll definitely be checking it out then.
Cool.
Gonna look
Yeah,
at the link.
you just missed we just closed out the final pre-sale that we have, but we're launching on the 15th, and so you'll be able to buy the ARK tokens and deposit them into your ARK Vault account, and that's the daily ROI DApp. So that's the one that you're earning the 2% on right away. And then, once you go through the white paper, you can kind of see the various ways that you can maintain that 2%. And then there's, a bunch of different little game theories and things. We have, there is another, I would say, kind of a pre-sale for our legacy NFTs and our bond LP that's coming up on the 9th. But because you don't have a position in the pre-sale, you may want to just hold off on that until you get your pre-sale position and start to get your referral links and things out there. So you have a little bit of time to do some research and lean on the team here and ask a bunch of questions. I didn't look at your website yet, but it's possible you could showcase that and drive traffic there to your referral link, and then start to get some
Very
people
cool.
onboarded. Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, you know what you could do too? We do have I don't know if you're a writer or YouTuber, but we do have contests going right now for Medium articles about ARK, and then also YouTube videos. So if you post those, put your referral link in there, you could basically enter for a chance to win. We have 3 different first, second, and third place prizes, and then 7 random winners will be drawn from each of those 2 different categories. So we have $1,900 in BUSD up for grabs on the YouTube contest, and $1,900 or BUSD up for grab on the Medium article contest. And those are going to end on launch day.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Well, I'm all about getting referrals. I love getting referrals.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. That's how you can really be successful.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you.
Great job there, Brett. Man, you did really good. That was a very brief and man, that's a great elevator pitch. And another feature I would add to that that's really interesting here, Roller Girl, is that you know how a lot of ROI dApps, they kind of encourage you to hyper compound, like don't claim, let it build up. You know what I mean? Or they're telling you a 6-to-1 strategy, something like that. Well, here it's different. We actually encourage our investors, and we built it into the whole system, that we want you to get the ROI back really fast. Get your initial investment, which you know is like, you know, 2 of the most important rules of investing is get your initial investment back. So instead of feeling bad for taking your funds, here there's what we call the 1-to-1 ratio strategy, where one day you pay yourself, and the next day you compound, you reinvest, and the next day you pay yourself, and the next day you compound and reinvest. So those days that you're compounding and you're reinvesting, you're growing your whole investment. But on the other days, right, that's where you're paying yourself and you get that quick ROI, and people just absolutely love that. I mean, you can hear the kids; they're happy too.
Oh, good, cool.
Yeah.
Might
so
have to buy myself a Christmas present.
Absolutely.
Some crypto.
Oh, absolutely. So it's something we're really proud about, and it just takes a lot of the pressure, because when you have folks that are just, you know, hyper compounding and you know, building these huge bags, when they reach that max payout, they generally dump. They really, you know, sell. There's nothing else for them to do. They stop earning, and then you see, you know, over and over the charts look the same, going up, 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 and then boom, down. So we also have a liquidity controller, Roller Girl, that's going to keep the price in a dynamic range. So it's not going to, you know, have that usual, you know, to the moon, and then, you know, jumping out the window after. So no, man, a lot of great stuff. Spend some time with that, and any questions, just type them into the chat, and it's very well organized, and you'll have all the answers, because you know how it goes. You got to first understand how to manage your investment before you're able to really, you know, get people on board. But if you need any help,
Well, yeah, I need to know what I'm doing so I can get all the referrals.
exactly. So, you know, fantastic admin group, very well organized, and we're here to help you. We even have a you know, concierge sort of service. We have a coach, Brad Ass, and if you have people that are interested and you're still kind of learning, and you need somebody from the team here that can hold their hand, even if they've never invested in crypto, they don't know how to open up a MetaMask, it is his job to go ahead and take care of that investor for you. Make sure to get him signed up, and that they understand as you're going through the process of your own learning. So yeah, there's no excuses to not get involved and start, you know, just kicking some butt and earning, and getting that passive income in place.
Very cool. Love it. Okay, I'll definitely be reading. And coming back to the 35th voice chat, AMA, whatever you call these.
It's a podcast, but yeah, it's an AMA. We're all here answering questions and, you know, learning about our investors, and you know, it's important to be able to engage and answer anything they might, you know, want to inquire
When
about.
are you going? When are you going on an AMA tour?
Oh, we've been moving around. We've been
Well,
doing stuff.
you didn't come to me.
Well, we've been
Mm-mm.
so busy, and we honestly we've been targeting the ROI DAP groups that just they're really into these systems,
You
and
should come to mine. It's free. It's always free for you. You know that.
oh, thank you. Absolutely. No, this is now when we've wanted to fill our private and public rounds. So we knew that our first, customers would be experienced ROI DApp investors, not the Jeets
Mhm.
looking for the memes and not that, crowd.
I don't have
Um, you
seats in my lounge.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying that we really
I
wanted
will
to
word
target.
that carefully, Atlas. The man
No,
with all the words.
we wanted to zero in on the people that this is what they do, right? This is all they're into. They're not looking for anything else. And ARK is the next, really big ROI DApp that's just changing
Mhm.
everything. So we had to go out there and win hearts and minds and being very strategic with the capital, the dates as we're rolling things out. And we wanted to have on board the experts. These
Mm.
people like SK Crypto K with
Atlas,
29.
you
Yeah.
cannot beat this price.
Oh,
Free.
yeah. You don't have to sell me. We're going to be there. I'm just explaining to you.
I am going to be the ultimate saleswoman,
Okay. Well,
Atlas. It's
okay.
free. You cannot beat that deal. If you can top that deal, I will
Yeah.
give you $10.
No, much appreciated. And yeah, no, we're starting now to move into, as I was trying to explain to you, we wanted to get the experts here. The SK Crypto Ks that have 29,000 people in drip. Like we wanted the experts here, so you understand, so that
Oh,
they could join our community and answer all of the questions as we start going for the folks that are doing meme coins and they're in that sort of world and realizing that those days of the 100x in a couple hours, you remember those days, Roller, where
oh
you could just
yeah.
pick anything, you know uh,
Mhm.
whatever obscene name or anything Elon or anything Inu, anything fill the
Mhm.
blank, right? Those days are over and people are understanding that they've lost a lot of money, that there's been so many rugs and that we're in a bear market. I heard James at the water cooler. Oh my God, Atlas. Oh, we're in a crypto winter. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Like,
Mm.
hey, James, little James, relax.
I don't believe in that, but
You've got to.
anyways, I have some great new connections. I'm in some private, very private, big giant whale groups. So you really should come and have an AMA with me for free.
Yeah. I know
Well,
you
I
hang with
can pass the
Satoshi.
recording along. Yes,
You
of
hang with
course.
Satoshi, and there's a bunch of people here
Ooh,
that are
he's
invested.
he, he's
That
he's in one of my. Actually, he's in my private whale group. So
yeah.
yeah,
He's
I will
heard
put
about us.
I will
We're
put the
telling him
recording
about it.
in those groups for you because I like you guys. But you have to come and do the AMA first.
Yeah, we'd love to. We'd love to. Now
I
we've got
scratch your back, you scratch my back. You know how it goes.
absolutely. Don't you worry. We'll get over there. Look, we haven't even
Okay.
launched yet. We haven't even launched yet. But
I'm gonna watch for your messages and make sure you do. I mean, you can wait till you launch, but I got my eyes on you.
don't worry. We're old friends. We're old friends, and we always help each other. And you on phase one, you were on fire. So
Right? And I
yeah,
could be on fire here too. So
you will be.
let's do it.
You will be. You have to be.
Mhm.
You have to be. Um,
I know. I love getting the referrals.
you sure do. And this is the monster, man. This is something that we're so proud about. The way it's come together. The team. I think you remember. We went through a lot of just people that would overpromise and underdeliver and not communicate well. And it took some time, but the team that's really come on board, our solidity coders, our security experts, like it is absolutely just jaw dropping. I'm amazed to say, hey, I'm working with these people. They're just absolutely fantastic, and their work ethic, who they are as human beings, and their lives, and their
I
experience.
know. I can see who's in the group. Pretty cool people.
Yeah, yeah. You got to meet the rest of them. We've picked up some superstars along the way.
Nice.
So we'll bring you up to speed. Yeah, we'll come and hang out there. We'll see if we do it actually this week before launch. It's right now the just turned to fifth where I am, but really where you are the fourth. So yeah, we're looking
Whenever
here.
you're free, we're
Mhm.
free.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And I have more than one lounge now, so come. And I'll
Expanding,
put in
expanding.
all of them.
Moving up in the world. That's the logical progression, Roller Girl. Put the work in, make the relationships, and as you know, we say here, let's get to crypto.
Exactly. I like to climb the ladder. Gotta
Fantastic.
keep
Well,
moving forward.
glad to have you on board. And I would imagine you've been hearing about us. Have you?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. The streets are talking about ARK, those crypto streets. So I knew it'd be sooner than later. We'd be over there and do an AMA with you, and yeah, get those whales you got over here. They're also
Mhm.
they're looking for that passive income as well. Those 100x days,
Yeah,
they're not
Shibtoshi
around.
was just in a magazine where he is the number 81 on the top 100 influential people of crypto.
Like
So
four
that's
people sent me
really
that
cool.
actually.
What?
I had 4 people send me that in DMs about him yesterday, and
He sent it to me.
to tell me to ape in. I'm not I'm not trading. I have no desire. I'll just be really honest with you. I don't want to trade anything. I think that ARK is really the solution for the bear market. It's built for that, and
Yeah.
I want to just take any chances. Let's go for the base hits. It's the home run days. With your eyes closed, those days are over. It's not right now. It's not the climate. We need to go for the sure thing, and it's not a get rich overnight thing. It's a
Mhm.
take your time, get your strategy. Pay yourself every other day. Follow the system. The way it's been built is for really everyone to win. Doesn't matter if you're first or you're last. There is no last. This just keeps going and going and going and growing. And we're getting a really, really fantastic mobile app that you'll be able to onboard your friends, using a QR code from yours to theirs. They'll be able to purchase fiat, get ARK and start playing the game really in a really simple, easy way that, even a young, adult could do it, a child. So, you know, great, exciting things ahead of us, Roller Girl.
Love it. How's the dogs?
Oh, fantastic. We took them out today and they're happy, man. They're so spoiled. They live a
I know.
very good life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's your yard?
Beautiful. I got 54 chickens,
Oh,
wild
did
chickens.
you?
Yeah. They're wild. They're neighbors. They're just hanging out. So we feed them and, they're part of the family now.
So
So
cool.
really nice. Yeah.
Very cool. You'll have to give me a tour of the chickens sometime. I want to see them.
Yeah. We got some cool videos. I'll send them to you.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's great you
Well,
stopped by.
I'll stop
Great to
hogging
hang
your
out.
podcast now. Just
Yeah.
wanted to
Well,
see how you guys were.
fantastic. Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
And we'll be over there soon. All right. Any other questions, comments, guys? Feel free to unmute your mic. Today's a fantastic day. We've closed out our final round 3, and so much coming here for the whole community, for really ARK. It's coming together in a beautiful way, guys.
Hello, everyone. This is Crypto Love. I just want to say congratulations on the sold out NFTs. I would just like to ask a few questions, if that's all right.
Of course, and thank you so much for your feedback and comment. Go right ahead, sir.
Awesome. So the question is with the succession with the what do you call this, with the failure of Furio's LMS, what do you think, will the variable changes be applied to ARK as well? Do you think, is there what do we expect with the results from Furio's LMS?
Look, we're doing something very different, and we're not going to compare ours to anyone else's. I can tell you that we're not pegging to an exact price. We're going to be dynamic in our range, and our algorithms are built to really see the volume and what's happening. It's something proprietary here in house, and from our understanding and the folks that are here with us putting it together, it is a completely really different system. And our way of doing liquidity, understanding that we don't have large amounts of open, open in the wild, as we call them, tokens. Uh, Investors here are under guidelines, whether it's through whale taxes or really maintaining their CWR, their NDV in check. That really just flattens things out in an incredible manner, and that's something that I think is important for investors to understand. You can't compare apples and oranges because they're just completely different things. They're still fruits, right? Brett, do you want to touch on that a little bit as well? Maybe go into it a little
Sure.
bit more.
Yeah, I think you kind of nailed the highlights of it. Simply because we can't divulge everything about it, but I will say that we designed the system to be more balanced. We're taking out the hyper compounding. We're taking out the the panic withdrawals. So our system, just from the just the design of it, is going to take out a lot of the stress that you would see on a traditional LMS type system. Just the nature of how the investors are required to behave. And then on top of that, we have, I'll just call it release valves. I think one of the things we learned from other LMS systems is that they did hold a peg. It seemed to be a psychological peg for a lot of people that caused, potential bank run type behaviors from people. And I think that was, a mistake. So we've designed it in a way that it will be dynamic and people won't be conditioned to look at a number and then see a red candle like we've seen in the past with some of the other systems and then panic. Even if it was a small red candle, it just, when a chart's flatlined and then step functions down, I think that causes a lot of concerns, issues. And we understand that 20% of the investors might understand what that means, but the other 80% are going to act emotionally, and that causes bad strategies, behaviors that put additional stress on the LMS or the liquidity controller in our case. And so we're taking that out of the equation. And then I think along just with the design of the mechanisms and the protocol, we're going to see a lot smoother price and liquidity pool. And then we have other backstops and incentives, I think, that also will help significantly. So yeah, I think it is an apples and oranges discussion. And as ours starts to perform and everybody sees it, we'll be able to reveal more about it. We're just we're keeping it tight to the vest for now. But people will see it in action, and obviously we'll talk about it more as we get further along.
Thank you, Brett. Does that help you a bit, Crypto Love?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Great question. And I encourage questions like that, Crypto Love, because it's easy to assume that everything's the same just because it's intended to do the same thing. But you have to understand that people are doing different things. You see Piston, Dave built the system that's completely, from the ground up theirs. And a lot of respect to them and what they're doing. They put a lot of work and time, and again, you can't compare what they're doing to anybody else. And we'll have our own take, our own let's say, parameters, they're quite advanced and they're progressive. And it's something that we are going to, as we go through along, improve those algorithms and really be able to understand, when you have something that's just flat or and not really manageable and has room to improve. If we're getting a lot of volume, we also want to understand that price appreciation can be a good thing. Now, too much of it can also be negative. So it's all about balancing everything out and having the ability to do that, and having the controllers, really outside of the contract, done by experts that build automated market makers, for very large, financial institutions here on board, helping us, gives us a whole nother perspective, a whole nother spectrum of solutions and experience to really be able, I think, to capture a lot of the liquidity. Because really, in the end, what we want is to have a very, very healthy, price stability system that is able to handle the highs and the low and any pressure, but combining also just the way that the system's built, as Brett explained, and I started to touch on, that in itself you could even consider to be a controller, just because of the actions that are happening, the way that the contracts are put together. So, really, really interesting and really exciting. And I think as we set that into motion, our hope is that people are going to be quite impressed, and it's going to become a standard for folks to follow, and a service that we're looking forward to providing other projects in the future after we prove it, to be quite sustainable and you know safe, which is really important. So that also will be something that will create revenue and utility here for all the investors as we help other projects. Also, our mobile app is something that we want to also extend to future projects or existing projects. Very important. Existing projects as well that want to be able to go out and grow. We want other projects to also share in this amazing tech of this team that we have assembled here. We want everybody to grow. Everybody will really be able to offer their investors safe solutions that are really going to help them to grow and thrive in the whole space, especially through the bear market. Let's get this crypto. Who's next? Who would like to ask a question or has a comment? Oh, come on. There has to be somebody with a question. Brett, I think we're going to have to start randomly picking some folks. Get some conversation going tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, let's reach out to Florida Realtor. How you doing, friend?
Hey, bud. Hey, I'm not going to be able to conversate too much this evening. Family's dragged me out to do some Christmas shopping, so I'm kind of got through eating dinner, and then with the family now we stopped at a couple places, so I'm kind of walking and shopping. So I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot, but I am enjoying the conversation. So
thank you, brother, and congratulations, man. I know you've been looking forward to us filling the last final round, and you've been a leader here, a part of the foundation of ARK, out in those groups, and like the question that Crypto Love asked, that's a very important question. We want to get ahead of that. We want to explain to folks what's different, because if you're looking at everything with the same set of eyes and the same perspective, I think that investors are really going to miss out on the whole point of what we're doing here. And it takes some work. It takes obviously understanding the system and being able to go out there to these groups and have a conversation and say, hey, wait, did you look at it this way? Did you spend some time with the white paper? And you've been so effective at doing that, man. We're extremely grateful to all your efforts, man. We've been watching you, brother. Thank you.
man, I appreciate that. Well, I tell you, that's why I'm so excited about ARK, and that's why I know it's going to be so successful, because there's so many people from all different professions that you've associated with, that you've aligned with, that ARK's aligned with, that that's got their own perspective. But everybody's at the top of their game. Everybody's giving their perspective, and the good thing that I've seen from everybody, all the guests, everybody that you've brought in here, they're all right-minded. They're all thinking the same thing, and it just makes sense. When people start talking about the same things, you say, you know what, that does make sense. They're doing the right things here. They want to innovate. They want to make this thing grow, and I'm just excited to be a part of the team. So.
Fantastic work, and again, we're so grateful. T-Drip is another one that's just a blessing to this project. The man, came in here one day asking some very, very precise and educated questions, and I understood there was somebody with a bright mind that had a lot of experience, and if he understood ARK, he would be a great asset to us going out to the other communities and set of investors out there. And he's done just a fantastic job of having those conversations and explaining to folks that what we're doing here is different, it's unique and innovative. So we're just looking forward as people become a part of this community and are proud to be here and are able to share the knowledge. The time they took really pays off, because as others understand and they have that aha moment and they get it, they're going to want to get involved, and they're going to become a part of this community, and they themselves will become pillars of the foundation here of what we do, educators. And it's just a matter of taking the time and having those conversations. And yeah, fantastic folks. We're going to see more come and join us and grow up. I've been through this cycle before, and I understand how that organically happens as folks start to take interest. So yeah, we're ready for it, man. Absolutely. Is there anybody else that has a question or a comment for us this evening?
Hey, Atlas, I just want to add one more thing. I think it is absolutely brilliant and such a great way to get ARK out there and people start talking about it and educate the people that are taking the time and effort to learn, to write, and make videos about ARK. So it's a win-win situation. So whoever came up with that or who put that out there, the contest, I think it's an amazing. I think it's a great productive for people to educate themselves and to educate others. And I already see it out there that it's working. So kudos to whoever put that together. I know it's going to be a big, huge success for ARK for sure.
Oh, thank you, man. Glad you like it. And yeah, we're seeing some people step up and take advantage of that opportunity. And it's something that once they put their link out there, their article, the web has that fantastic ability that it might be 6 months, a year down the line, somebody runs into that, finds it, and that could be their moment of saying, hey, what is ARK? How does it work? How do I get involved? And that person could pick up somebody for their syndicate. So these leaders have to put the work in. We can't do it for everyone. It has to be something that folks decide what really fits their profile, whether it's YouTube or writing articles. And such an important, I think,
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, the good thing about that is I believe that people who have been on the fence posts are stepping out of their comfort zone to make a video or to write something that they might have not have done, but doing that now. And by doing that, like I said, they're out of their comfort zone. They're excited about it. And this is, they're going to see the benefits from this. Not only they learned a new thing now, hey, I can write, I can do a YouTube video, and I can help build my downline, my team. Also, they might win, the wonderful prizes that's been given away. So I think it's a great opportunity for people to step out and do something they might have not done before, the fence post, to make some success out of it.
Absolutely, man. And wait till we get the marketing materials, the teaser videos that folks are going to be able to just send a WhatsApp to their friends and coworkers and families, and post on Twitter, TikTok. Those tools are going to be really, really important for us. And breaking it down in simple terms, and then for the folks to come here, to the podcast, and if they have any further questions, they want to do their due diligence, make sure that there's professional folks here, a positive atmosphere of empathetic investors who understand that every person that comes in here, there's nothing but love and a passion for talking about ARK and explaining it to them at every level. No such thing as a stupid question. Everybody that comes on board is is really, a seed that's going to get planted, and that's going to grow. They're going to bring other folks. So, man, that education piece, we're also looking at a education module, maybe perhaps even offering the folks that complete the modules that really want to get deeper into ARK and look under the hood and, understand, from a very basic level what, DeFi is, taking the middleman out of finance, and, what passive income, how do you follow the CWR? And as you get deeper into it and complete the module, you can be rewarded. Maybe it's 5 ARK or 10 ARK or BUSD. We want to incentivize people to do their homework, but also do it in a fashion that's either than just going and reading, a complex white paper. I think generally folks want to understand, but they also want a format that is very simple. I think that's one of the great things about SK Crypto K, because he makes it entertaining, he makes it fun, and he breaks down complex things into components that folks can actually process and understand and walk away from that. I know in our first phase, his video was such a tool for us. Anyone that would come in, hey, I heard about this. What's this about? Hey, did you see the SK video? No, I haven't. Hey, here's the link. Go check it out. Man, they come back. Oh wow, man, this is really cool. I get it. Man, what a guy. Very, very, very fun, and it kept me, entertained, and I got the knowledge, and I, have maybe one or two questions, but that really helped us a lot. So we understand that being able to have, you know, simple, entertaining, interactive, educational tools goes really, really a long way. And I think the better we get at it, the bigger we're going to grow here. I was just talking today with a Spanish group, and these guys do amazing educational videos for the Spanish community on projects. And the level of production was just mind blowing. The guy sent me this stuff, and right away I'm like, I need to talk to you right now. This is impressive what you're doing. The Latin American community is huge. The inflation's just destroying their finances. The prices of toilet paper, food, like everything's just gone through the roof because they have to go out and buy these very, 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 expensive dollars. The dollars through the roof. Past couple of months have been brutal for a lot of the emerging economies. They still have to go out and get those dollars to bring them in. So their local currency is just getting diluted to a point that the inflation's is just making them go into this cycle of panic and fear. And ARK is something that they could really get behind. And it could actually be a necessity at some point. So we need those leaders that can create those educational pieces and explain. So I was very impressed with what they had, and we had a nice meeting today. We're gonna have another one tomorrow, and we want to do the same in other languages. I mean, we've got a fantastic Italian community. We've got a fantastic leader for the China community, and we're also working on bringing one of these huge, massive Chinese YouTubers. Now, understanding that they really don't have ROI DApp education. It's like really an untapped for sort of the general crypto masses. They don't understand it yet. So it's a matter of tapping into these huge YouTubers, and we've identified one that really, I think, could bring us some huge traction. So man, a lot of work going into crossing over into those markets. It's gonna be really interesting. I know we have some great leaders and communicators in the English language, but we also need to be able to transcend and not let a language be a barrier. That's something that's unacceptable. We have to cross that bridge as well.
Speaking of bridges crossed, we had a good conversation this morning with Hadi and S23, our Arabic translator for ARK. He has started working on a few things. I'm going to start on a Medium article, and S23 has got him set up with the Telegram chat for that end. So he is going to be making some huge waves in that in those countries with our Arabian friends on that end. So that's a huge thing.
Did he see a couple days ago? I hired a YouTuber from the Arabic language to put a video together. I don't know if S23. Do you know if Hadi saw that video, the Arabic one?
No, I don't think so.
All right, could you get that over to him?
Sure.
Fantastic, sir.
That'd be great. Hey, and also speaking of what you were talking about earlier, I got a great idea. Let's get Brad to do a video, maybe 3-5 minute video that somebody that the ones that there are some timid people out there that are a little, timid or a little don't know what to say when they want to introduce ARK to somebody. And Brad can do a terrific video that's just a generic video that somebody could use, and they can tag their referral link to it or whatever. Just an introductory, so somebody who knows some people they want to share ARK with, but don't know how to explain it right and whatever. Just a generic one that somebody can use to be able to get it out there, so they could break the ice and just kind of a conversation piece.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I don't know, Brad, do you have a setup like that? Usually, for doing like a good quality, I know we had that in the phase 1 that we needed to find someone that had a 4K system for it to be like crisp clear. Do you have a setup like that, or a pretty average system?
Brad's probably like, "What the hell, the FL Florida? Would he throw me in?"
Maybe he stepped away. Brad, you there? Yeah, he probably put the phone down. We'll get him. Oh, there you are, man. Okay. Did you hear what we were talking about? Brad?
Yeah, I'm having some sound issues again, bro. It's just happening the other night. Let me leave and rejoin, see if it sorts it out.
Sorry, go right ahead.
Hey, Alice, I just got a couple comments. If you don't mind, I'll part of the idea behind this contest, as Florida Realtor was mentioning, is to really bring people out of their comfort zone, like you mentioned, and find those new superstars. We saw in Drip, some of the big names, Stunna Breezy, Ray from Bartertown. Some of these guys, they built, huge armies of investors and were extremely successful. And from what I understand, they don't really have, a YouTube creator background or anything like that. It's just, guys being themselves, real genuine. And people were attracted to that, not just, the investment opportunity, but just the people they were. And they were able to kind of explain things in real simple ways, but then manage communities behind that. And we've seen on the article writing side, the team Cryptozoa take the whole medium thing to the next level. And now we see SK CryptoK, Emmett from Cryptozoa, some other guys. Now they're doing video article combinations. They'll publish an article at the same time they're doing the YouTube video, and they're embedding the YouTube video into the article, and they're doing some good search engine optimization work there. So I think out of by us promoting this in a way, we're going to find some new superstars of our own. A lot of those original Drip folks came out of Hex, and some of them made some decent money and gains out of Hex and rolled that into Drip and just took it to the next level. So we've seen that whole marketing engine mature over time. And James Pelton's another one you mentioned earlier. We're talking to in a week or so. His community, I think he's got over 50K subs or something like that now on his YouTube channel. I could be wrong, but yeah, very people that have now turned that into a full-time marketing career, and on the back of referral rewards coming out of these systems. And it helps everyone. It helps the community grow. It helps educate everyone on the right ways to invest in these type of protocols. But then it also brings liquidity into the system, which we need. So yeah, it's a great win-win situation, and we're hoping to find some of those new people. I know Brad could be one of those stars. I think he has all of the right elements. It's just, getting through some of the technical stuff. He's been cranking out articles, and I'm thinking he might do something on YouTube here shortly. So we'll hear from him about that. But I just wanted to throw that comment out there. If there's anybody sitting on the sidelines, now's the time to throw your hat in the ring for sure.
Well, I like that one. I like that one, Brad. Absolutely. Yeah, it's time for folks to get involved and really get behind ARK and get behind the whole investment. Go out there and look. We have everything, I think, in order for folks to be able to be effective. And as we develop the tools, it's just going to be a lot easier. So yeah, I've definitely been a big fan of Brad. That's why he got upgraded to be a syndicate founder and then get hired actually to work here as a team. The guy's absolutely a superstar. As a person, as a human being, and someone that's a great communicator, empathetic, and I believe has a very, very bright future. Hey, Brad, you're back. We're talking about you, man. The next YouTube medium sensation.
Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's gonna do what I can. Get these Medium articles pumping and head over to YouTube and start something there. And yeah, let everybody know about ARK and the fantastic opportunity and see where it takes us. Exciting times.
Florida Realtor had a suggestion. I don't know if he's busy with the family, but maybe if he's able to repeat it. Let's see.
Sure. I was just talking about to the team there, Brad. I said, what would be a great idea if we can get you involved as far as getting together like a generic YouTube video or something that some people who are invested in ARK that are excited about the program but just don't know what to say or how to say it. And if they can use somebody that's talented like yourself to create a good video that's generic, where they can kind of use that as a marketing tool to market to their friends, family, or whoever they want to share ARK with, that's their success story, and just to kind of break the ice and get them interested. I think it'd be I think that'd be a good play.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Just as a starting point, yeah, I agree. It's very often quite difficult to start the conversation, and then once you've broken the ice and you've built a little bit of confidence to get out there and do it. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely something we should look into and collaborate on for sure. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and on the part of doing YouTube, we got AirFi.
What you could do.
Advisor. Go ahead, Florida Realtor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would say what we can do is maybe take a poll to find out, what are the 10 or 12 top questions people have that are most important about getting into a project. And those are the ones that you could address, Brad, in a nice, detailed, maybe use some analogies or something like that, easy to understand type things. That way, when somebody's presenting ARK to somebody, all the questions, all the hard questions, or all the questions that it's hard for people to come up with a verbiage to say that makes sense to somebody, you could already have that explained. All they have to do is just show, share with them on the screen what it's done for them and everything. But you've answered all the hard questions. So that's the key, is to get, those main questions that stump everybody that we need to know. And I think a poll would find, doing a poll with the community would be a good way to start to get those questions.
Hey guys.
Hello, Mr. Eternal. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Yeah, thanks. I'm just checking out what you guys are up to, and like I've been in some projects where they had some good success by just having YouTube tutorial video contests, and picked the winner, and the link was on their website to getting into it. But I do love listening to SK's videos with his second personality, joining him to keep it a little humorous too. Like some of the projects that I was too busy to read the white papers, I'd like to checking out SK's videos to get me a little excited and build the FOMO for me. But it's something else that's going on that I've been noticing or seeing that's popular for bringing newbies in is having a more seamless way to get into MetaMask and to add Binance to the MetaMask through websites. And, maybe that'll be something in the future where it's easy to, just get it. If you can get to the UI, then you can easily get into crypto through MetaMask, through the, the right chain being on the MetaMask because it starts in Ethereum or whatever wallet, stuff like that for the new members.
Absolutely. Thank you for those suggestions, Eternal. We actually did that with the phase one, especially being on Chronos. There were a lot of folks that were, already experienced with MetaMask, but they didn't know how to add the RPC and put the new network, on their MetaMask. So we did that. We also showed them how to use ARK Finance to be able to convert their BNB over to Chronos and have gas on the other side. And that really helped. And that's something that we have to do here exactly for what you said. Those newbies, they need, something they could pause and say, okay, I downloaded the MetaMask. Okay, here's the next step. Also, if they're going to be coming in and using fiat, I think the video too, we're going to have to set an example of whether they're going to use like Coinbase or Binance, have different options for them so that able to use that until we really have our fiat onboarding in place and active. That's going to be an easy, seamless solution that they could use their credit card. Brad did a lot of signing up of folks, really going down and sitting in their homes, setting up crypto.com accounts. Back then, you remember, Brad, you had to wait 24 hours to be able to get your crypto. They changed it after.
Yeah, crypto.com with their the barriers, but they've actually taken that particular one away now. But yeah, that wasn't fun.
You had to do 2 visits, right? You had to go sign him up, and then you had to go back to get the crypto, onto their MetaMask wallet and come in and do their thing.
That was exactly it. There was 2 phases, and I'd sit them down and walk them through everything, and then at some point there was a wall I hit with 24-hour delay, and I shook their hand and I said, I'll see you to the same time tomorrow. And it was a very, very busy week or two, the first few weeks. Didn't get much sleep, that's for sure.
Well, we've had time to get ready and get our energy up because there's going to be a lot of folks to help. And yeah, those videos are really, really important. So, ideally we're going to do those as part of the educational series. So taking the person who's never, used MetaMask or invested for a solution to go from fiat all the way to, creating their MetaMask and purchasing ARK through the D app, setting up their auto controller so that they could stay in the correct ratio that they want to play in. And yeah, there's definitely a great need for that, and I know we're going to be working on that pretty shortly. Brett has some folks that are professional video folks from the real world. There was somebody I really, really liked here that did a lot of work for a project I don't want to mention, but unfortunately he's busy with real life stuff, selling a business. And I'm a huge fan of his work, but he's not available really till the end of December or midweeks, of January. And that's just not going to be good enough for us. If any of you guys have anybody that that's, super, super professional, excellent quality of production, do send them our way. But we do have somebody that Brett's already talking to.
Hey, Atlas, I've got to step off. My family's got dinner on the table, so but I just want to say, great podcast tonight, guys, and thanks so much for a great week, and thrilled about the sellout of the pre-sale. So looking forward to another big week and keeping all of the momentum we've got going into the launch. So have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, Brett, for all your hard work, man. Absolute superstar. This man was semi-retired until we met, and got him on board, man. You know, a lot of gratefulness to Tim and his family for letting him come and participate and work so hard for this community, for this project. Enjoy your dinner, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. And another thing with that, Brad asks, I know you've been talking about starting to do some YouTube stuff, and you know we have Air Fryer visiting over here at ARK HQ, and he's setting up that amazing production studio for our podcast. Really exciting what's going to be happening here. The level of broadcast quality is going to be amazing. I've seen the work that he's done before, so I want to extend him to you as far as, like, you know, how to, you know, use OBS or editing software, all these things. SK is swamped. He's a master at it, but he's really busy right now. But Air Fryer, I know that he's here, and he'll be able to allocate some time to guide you and mentor you through the process.
Oh, that'd be absolutely fantastic, because the one thing that I do have problems with when it comes to making, you know, any type of YouTube video is, you know, the software and technology. But that's just a learning curve, you know, and once I got it down, I'll be away with it. But if I've got somebody to mentor me through that stage, that would be absolutely fantastic, especially if someone's caliber like Air Fryer. So that would be fantastic. And he doesn't live too far from me. Well, I mean, it's not close by, but it's not massively far either, which is also interesting. Maybe you could meet up and actually show me.
Beauty about today is that, I mean, you can do screen shares, right, and get all the information and a walkthrough, which is quite great. But yeah, he should be home for the holidays, and maybe you guys could link up. But yeah, this is something that we can really start working on now. And you know, there's also a ton of, you know, videos on YouTube. If you look of, you know, how to, you know, record, you know, YouTube's, how to be effective, hashtags. And there's even some courses like Teachable has some fantastic, you know, stuff. But I mean, we got this guy here in-house as an advisor. I think that could just cut through a lot of, you know, time, and he'll be like, oh, just use this, use that. This is how it goes. And to have somebody live, it's one thing to watch a video and learn. There's another one to be able to ask the person live questions. Hey, I deposited this, you know, clip over here. How do I blend it? You know, I want to do this effect on it, and so forth. So yeah, man, take advantage of having him here as an advisor for sure.
Yeah, that it sounds like a plan. Everybody learns in a different way, and as you very well know, I like to ask questions, and that is, you know, for me, it's the best way to learn. If I've got somebody to actually explain it to me, you know, from my point of view, then that will be incredibly helpful. So yeah, once he's home, I'll reach out and we'll get the ball rolling. Thank you very much.
No, you don't have to wait till he's home, is what I'm trying to say. You could do this now. You could do screen sharing, and he can mentor you through the process live. You don't have to wait. And he's going to go home for Christmas. He'll probably be not available for that type of stuff. This is the right time, and a skill that you can learn for yourself to do your videos. But you know, as the coach here of getting folks to be able to be effective in their communication and getting out there and growing their own syndicates, you'll be the person that folks will come to here on staff at ARK to give them those tools and information. Hey, you want to do your first video? Hey, I'm going to guide you through the process. I'm going to show you the software, how to splice, how to cut, render, and all these things that are so important to make a really, high quality product, right? For people to be able to sit there and enjoy. So no, man, I'm talking about doing this ASAP, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, I didn't make myself clear. I just thought if he's still at ARK headquarters, I thought he would be busy doing other things. But if he's available, like right now, not tonight, obviously, but tomorrow, over the next couple of days, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah. He's got his bridge DeFi stuff he's doing. However, he's here. We're going to be setting up and getting equipment, some hardware, software, and everything here for the podcast. So I think it'll just fit right in line, because I do want you to have those skills and tools for yourself, but also for helping our community as they also want to cross that bridge and be a communicator, a YouTuber. Starting with ARK is a fantastic way. So yeah, I think we'll be a lot better and stronger for those efforts. Let's get this crypto. Thank you, Brad. Do we have any other questions or comments?
Yeah, Mistletoe was curious about the YouTube competition. He was wondering if he did a YouTube short, would that be useful for or utilizable to be a YouTube video for the competition?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. And look, I think any sort of hype and buzz is always positive. And maybe if folks want to do a short, they would have probably a very good chance for the random, as there's going to be 7 randomly selected folks for those prizes. However, using logic, right, and just fairness, as we vote and decide on which is the absolute, top, first, third, place and so forth, videos, it would make sense that the folks that are really doing in-depth reviews and explanations of the white paper and the D app and how ARK is a very special project, then I think they would get a lot more votes. So I would say that it absolutely will qualify, but let's be logical and understand that the chances of winning the top prize will probably go to somebody that's putting in more time and effort into a longer video.
Thank you for that, sir.
Does that make sense to you guys?
Absolutely makes sense to me.
I agree. I think that's the best way to approach it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody makes a short as their first one, and then they're like, okay, this is cool. Let me go and do a full one. I know TikTok is massive, and those are really short clips as well. I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I've seen a lot of Gary Vee stuff, and he just swears by it. He says, if you're not on TikTok, you're not in the game. You're missing out on a whole world of people that are really spending a lot of time out there. And so that's something that I want to explore for us a little bit later. But I think we're just going for the 2 top proven methods that we have seen actually bring traction in investors, from very analytical folks that want to see data, numbers, and folks that are just looking for opportunity and are not looking for so much of the numbers. They just want to understand the whole kind of concept and how much can I make, how risky is it, and so forth.
Mistletoe had another question. He wants to know if we can do a TikTok contest.
We should. We absolutely should. There's no doubt about it. Look, the more, the better. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put a note here, and I'm gonna take back and talk with Brett about it. He's having his dinner, and talk with some of our advisors too. And why not give it a shot? That could absolutely be an untapped, source of investors. So yeah, let's see. And the great thing about being able to see the effectiveness of it is that we have the syndicate viewer. So someone that's out there doing a TikTok, if they're starting to see a lot of volume coming in, with their referrals from that action, we'll have a very clear analytical view of the effectiveness of that whole platform. So I'd like to experiment personally. I think it'd be great. Yeah, on token projects that you don't have a referral system, I think it's hard to probably gauge how effective your efforts are, right? But in a system like ARK with a referral, you should be able to gauge it, especially if you're using, like, for example, different wallets. Say you have 5 wallets and you've got one you're using for YouTube, one for TikTok, one for Medium. I think you'll be, well served as you're experimenting out there, effectiveness and results, to be able to, separate that and then see where you're getting the most, growth. Any other questions or comments, guys? All right, I guess we don't have any more questions for this evening. So yeah, we've been here, I think, about an hour and a half. Sunday night, folks are with their families. And we want to thank everyone that came here this evening to participate with us, as it is a very special day. We've closed out our final 3rd round of pre-sales, and now anyone else that wants to come and participate and join us are going to have the opportunity coming up on December 15th, another very, very exciting day. We've got a few AMAs that we're lining up for this week. We're also going to be looking forward to having the legacy NFT, the bond LP, available for investors to be able to set themselves up for when we do launch everything and it's active. Everyone's being credited, earning, and the team viewer, really the syndicate viewer system will be out on December 12th. James Pelton, December the 13th. So a lot of great stuff coming up, guys. For those of you that are not here with us live, we thank you for spending the time and listening to the podcast. I get a lot of DMs from you thanking us for doing this, and that you're able to get information from these podcasts that we do every evening. So we wish you a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. UTC, and we'll see you then. Big announcement tomorrow, by the way. I didn't want to forget that. Big announcement happening here tomorrow on the podcast. Good night.